Already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ RichieSkye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. Y'all, are we going to talk about this interview? I'm trying not to play it right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Well, it's not really an interview. It is Ming Lee. She will be premiering a video on her YouTube channel tonight at 6 p.m. I was trying to wait until this video came out because I saw this yesterday. I think it came out, this little clip came out, yesterday? I think it was. Let's see when it was. It's on her Instagram page. Hold on. I'm trying to see. Hold on. Oh my God. So yeah, this came out yesterday. My apologies, y'all. I ain't have all this together, but I'm getting it together. I just wanted to hit y'all with it real quick and let y'all know to head on over to Ming Lee's YouTube page. I am Ming Lee. It's on the YouTube. I am subscribed at this point because I want to know what she got to say. And I kind of wish she had been doing these little recaps earlier because, I mean, girl, like we've had all season. And you got a YouTube page full of videos. Now, they about 2 years old, but still, okay? So y'all know last week, Chantel did the interview with Carlos King. And she basically, I mean, I don't know. I felt like it was 2 hours that probably would have been better spent in a therapy session for Chantel. And listen, you know, of course, Carlos is always going to do his thing in my book because that's my boy. So I'm just going to say it like that. But at the end of the day, I don't really feel like I got that much more clarity on the things that I wanted to know. Like, girl, why would you hop on this show knowing that you don't have a good relationship with your mother? Like, I guess you thought maybe it was going to be better, but you know you don't really like her. Okay, so anyway, this is what Ming had to say. So we're going to kind of go through a couple of things that she says. And I'm just going to have to play it real quick because this is probably going to be on her YouTube channel. So I don't really want to play it and then have it be taken down. Okay, so let's get into it.
Take full accountability. And if nobody else will tell you, I'm going to tell you this. You didn't take no accountability. You owe us an apology because you knew at some point you knew what really happened and you knew what you told us had happened. At no point could I push my mom, hit my mom, and live to do an interview with Carlos King. The episode said I take full accountability.
Okay, so let's talk about that. She basically talks about how, you know, the title of the interview was, you know, Chantel takes accountability. But Ming feels like she does not take any accountability. And I think that there was like a little bit of accountability, a wee bit of accountability. There was like, oh yeah, you know, I probably should have left the room when I was leaving. And then Jackie said that's a much better exit. And then she turned back around and she walked back up into the room. And then Jackie had to mollywop her. But then she also says, yeah, maybe I did misremember or misinterpret the chronological order of events that led up to the great mollywhopping of it all. And, you know, yeah, maybe I should have told it a little differently, but I did tell the girls that she swung on me. So that was technically really kind of true, but yeah, I didn't give them the whole story, the whole full breakdown, and that could have made a difference with the way some of them had felt about things. Maybe that's what Ming is referring to. She also says this.
I'm going to tell you this. You didn't take no accountability. You owe us an apology because you knew at some point you knew what really happened and you knew what you told us had happened. At no point.
Okay, so there's that. And that's where we get into, you know, Chantel saying, oh, well, you know, I did tell the girls that she swung on me, but, you know, I didn't really give them the full breakdown. I guess upon hearing the story, if you had heard it the way she told it that night, it probably would have seemed like Jackie just swung on her out of nowhere, right? That could have been the interpretation that Ming is talking about. having just heard the story and that's it. But I think again, like having seen the season and just kind of and it does give some credence to what a lot of you guys have been saying, which is a lot of people have been siding with Jackie in the sense of what we saw happen, the way that it went down on camera. It made it seem as though Chantel was just aggravated with her mom and just aggravated and aggravated and aggravated and kept pushing the buttons. Then it felt like Jackie was kind of like, okay, okay, I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away. Okay, what do you want to talk to me about? Tell me in detail. And it felt like what the viewer got was not really Chantel breaking down the issues that she really had, because they had to be more than just about Brandy. You can't be mad about Brandy. I mean, and we know she tells us that, yeah, she asked about my ex and the baby's father, and I get that, but at the end of the day, you still won the case, and you're on a reality TV show. It would be better that Jackie brought this up versus one of the other women bring it up, because that way you can kind of control the narrative. When I just think about the logistics of that, just being someone we've all watched a lot of reality TV. So yeah, I mean, if somebody brings up something, it would be better that they did it, because now you can control how it's spoken about versus somebody else bringing it up and dropping the bomb on you. And then now you can't control that narrative. At least that way you shape it and get it out of the way and talk about it how you want to talk about it, if you even want to talk about it in a general sense, because it's probably going to come up. All right.
Push my mom, hit my mom, and live to do an interview with Carlos King.
Okay, so I mean, there is the matter of Chantel actually putting her hands on her mom that Ming is sort of also diving into. And yeah, I mean, I think Ming's mom name is Vicky. Let me see. I think it's Vicky. We're gonna call her Miss. We're gonna call her Miss Vicky. We'll call her Miss Vicky because that's what we do around here. But I do feel like if Ming had put her hands on Miss Vicky, that Miss Vicky would have sent Ming into the middle of next year of 2026 at the Basketball Wives reunion. So Ming would have missed this season, been propelled into the future, dropped into the reunion, okay? And we would have just seen her there. I think that's probably what Miss Vicky would have done. And I'm not calling Miss Vicky a violent woman. I am simply saying that Miss Vicky gives me, if you touch me, I'm going to knock you into the middle of next year. Not the middle of next week. The middle of next year. Now that would be a mollywopping. So I don't know, y'all. I mean, and for me too, like, it'd be one of those situations where, like, I ain't put my hands on my mama in no way, shape, or form. Because at that point, should she haul off and mollywop me, I ain't nothing I could do because I deserve it at that point. She might be wrong, but if I put my hands on her and she knocked me into the middle of 2028, then I'm the problem. I I was wrong. So anyway, of course, we'll break all this down after we see it. I just kind of wanted to give you guys the stilo. It is happening tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Follow Ming Lee on the YouTube, and you guys can get the tea all there. But I just wanted to drop this on y'all lap and sort of break it down. Have a good time. Y'all know how we do it. I can't go a day without. I can't go a day without. So listen, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and I will catch you, of course, in the next